Hey everybody, it's Morticia, and this is just a quick channel note about some interesting things you may have noticed if you are also subscribed to Joey, which you should be. That would be crazy if you weren't. But you might have noticed that there are some calls coming out on his channel, and yes, I am the source of that. I will be releasing some calls on my channel as well. Mostly I want them as companion material to the logs that I do. So he'll be releasing the ones that don't have anything to do with the logs that I have released. Sorry, I just paused to really laugh about the fact that I just said the logs I've released. Sorry, this is the kind of juvenile humor you're here for, correct? Please say yes. Anyways, the chat logs that I've released, I really only want to do the calls that are relevant to those as sort of companion pieces to get a bigger picture of the predator themselves. I still want to primarily just be a chat log channel. That's what I'm interested in. And usually if there are calls, I edit them into the end of my chat logs anyways. These are just calls that weren't available when I did my chat logs, so that's why I'm releasing them separately. Otherwise, in the future, they will be at the end of the chat logs that I do instead of on their own. And so what I'm going to do, because I don't want to secretively hoard these materials that I have gotten. Huge thanks to Xavier, by the way, who he gave me access to an archive with some cool lost material on it, kind of like where I got my chat logs. During the David Pan one, he realized that the chat wasn't complete, and he was like, "Oh no, I gave you the wrong archive. You should have this one. This one has the complete logs in it, and it also had other materials as well." Huge thanks to Xavier for the access and for trusting me with it. Nobody bother him about it. You can bother me if you want to. I don't suggest it, but don't bother him. So the important news that you guys will care about is that I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to just hoard everything for myself. I think that for content creation in a community as small as ours, I think freely sharing information is very important. So I've tried to figure out the easiest way to go about this, and what I've come up with is I'm going to make a Discord specifically for sharing predator packages. I shouldn't say it like that, although a lot of them do have wieners in their materials. But what I really mean is I'm going to make a drive for each predator that we release a video about, calls, chat logs, whatever. I'm going to make a drive that anyone can access freely after the video goes up, and it will have decoy, profiles. It'll have things in it that you might find interesting that I don't necessarily feel the need to include in my videos. It will have the clean call files in there if you want to make your own videos with them, pictures of the predator, of themselves that they sent that haven't been seen before, that maybe I don't use in my videos, or even if I did use them in my videos, you can have the clean copy instead of whatever horrifying thing I've done to them in my thumbnails. And so if you want to, there is a link in my channel description, and I will put a link to the Discord in the a pinned comment under this video as well. But if you could do me a solid and just support me by subscribing to me, because I'm doing all of this just because I want to share more information about this community and this topic that means so much to me. If you could throw me a sub and I don't know, listen to my videos if you want, but you don't have to. That it would just be polite, but you don't have to. You can still just join the Discord if you want to see, goofy predator pictures. I ask, of course, that you be civil and just be cool, you guys. I know y'all can't help yourselves sometimes, but just be cool. That is an explanation of where things have been coming from. And big note here, the archive that Xavier very kindly allowed me to browse through and save what I felt like. That is not an option for anyone except me. I'm not trying to be like all high on my horse and stuff like that, but there is a lot of sensitive information that is in these archives. Like, there are pictures of like the predator's kids that they sent. I don't save those things. There are, there's personal information about contributors. I don't save that. That won't be in the files. I want to protect people as much as possible. And no, I'm not going to give you access to the archive that Xavier gave me access to. Don't ask me, but I will give you guys as much of the, non-harmful to share material as possible. I want everyone to have as much access as they can. So that's pretty much it. Come join us. Come look at silly pictures of these dudes. Come see the horrifying things that they sometimes send that I can't put on YouTube. Be civil, be cool. Love you all.